Republicans condemned, I mean, look, the day of I was condemning this.
Same thing.
Condemned this as soon as it happened, the riot. It was not an insurrection, it was a riot. Now, people get very upset because it almost sounds like by admitting you condemned it, which I think almost everyone that anyone listens to or sees on Fox News did condemn, it was illegal, which is bad. And it also was a huge political blunder for people to do this because of exactly what we're seeing now with the Democrats running around with it. But we all said, look, protest, fine. People,
yep.
I had friends who were at the protest, out, not at the Capitol, but on the mall and there. Protest First Amendment, that's great. Breaking the law, rioting, we don't do that. Our team doesn't do that, broadly speaking. And so people said that was a mistake. That was bad. Should people be held in solitary confinement? Should we act like these are members of Al-Qaeda? Of course not, which is what the Democrats are doing. But now look at the BLM riots. Has any Democrat come out to say it went on for months, folks. It had the backing of major corporations and the entire Democrat apparatus. Has one major Democrat come out to say, when they burned down a police station in Minneapolis, when they tried to burn down a federal courthouse in Portland, when they killed dozens of people, when they did billions of dollars of damage, when they broke into stores on my own street in the middle of the night and terrified my neighbors, that was gross. We shouldn't have done that. That was wrong. Not a single Democrat has said that.
In fact, worse, they bailed out the people doing that. And so this is why the idea 18 months later, after over 500 riots associated with BLM, which, by the way, led to more deaths, more destruction, lots of small businesses being totally shut down, burned to the ground. And I think the lasting legacy of these never-ending January 6th hearings, basically the third Trump impeachment trial, is going to be, Buck, here's my prediction. Liz Cheney's going to get destroyed this midterm. Going to lose her seat, has no hope.
Yeah, we're never even going to be talking about her again in politics.
Here's my concern. I think they're setting her up to run as an independent, as the Lincoln Project-esque candidate, to just try, in what could be a close election, to just try to pull away a small number of voters who have that perspective.
You could be right, but we did have the beta testing of this, if you will, with, and I'm not even pretending to forget, I can't remember his name. He actually, you know what I'm talking about?
Kinzinger?
The ball. No, there was, you guys remember, he ran, he's, from Utah, I think, and
McMullen?
Yes.
Evan McMullen.
They tried this with I can't remember the guy's
I think it was
name.
Evan McMullen.
Yeah,
if I'm
Evan
not mistaken.
McMullen, that's right.
But
they tried this, and it was a joke, Clay.
Yes.
It was, he got, seriously, there were write-in candidates, like Mickey Mouse got more votes in the election than Evan McMullen.
I understand that thing, but if we're going to be down, and I hope we're not, in 2024, where at 3 a.m. there's 10,000 votes separating Wisconsin and Georgia and Nevada and Arizona and all these different states that should be pretty close. My concern is they're trying to set her up as this Lincoln Project-esque candidate who is the good Republican. And look, I went after the Libertarians because, to the Democrats' credit, they got the Green Party off the ballot in 2020. Remember, the Green Party took some votes away from Hillary in 2016. If the Green Party had had a name on the ballot, I think Trump would have won because it would have pulled away tens of thousands of voters, not a big number, but in a tight margin election. And so I think they're going to play dirty. They're going to do everything that they can, and they're going to try to get Liz Cheney on just to be on the stage, just to be arguing about January 6th.
I think no one's going to be talking about Liz Cheney.
I hope you're right.
Within 9 months. People will say, wait a second, wasn't there the lady who was lecturing us at, what was, like McMullen, like me right now.
Isn't McMullen now, I think, a Democrat candidate in Utah?
Yeah, I'm sure. But see, this is the thing, Clay. People recognize this game. They recognize the apostates from the Republican Party are just frauds, that the Lincoln Project does the bidding of the left and the Democrats, that they're just playing this game, this pretense of, we're the real version of the thing that we constantly hate and try to undermine in every possible way and destroy. Yeah. So I think enough people are wise to it. That doesn't mean that what you're saying won't happen. That could happen, but I think that Liz Cheney is, she's going to get crushed in her home state, which is Cheney territory.
Yeah, so. I know. I hope that sends her riding off into the sunset. Maybe you're right. She becomes the right-wing, in quotation marks, MSNBC contributor or CNN contributor because they're suddenly desperate at CNN to have two different arguments to be made.
Do you think that if CNN, first of all, maybe, Clay, We could reach out. Hey, producer Allie, can we reach out and say, oh, no, you can't because Fox contractually you're not allowed. I was going to say, we should see if with the new regime, maybe your lifetime ban has been lifted. You know,
I would actually love to know that.